Okay, perfect. I don't know why they give you several choices here. Just messes me up. Okay, here we go. I'll just do the land acknowledgement. The Durham Region branch of Ontario Ancestors acknowledges that the lands on which we gather and where we work to preserve the records and family history of those who came before us are the traditional territories of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation, and a large Métis community. We recognize the lands on which we gather are covered under the Williams Treaties and rest within the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Anishinaabe Nation, which also includes Algonquin, Chippewa, Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi. We honor, recognize, and respect these nations and Indigenous peoples as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. Here's our agenda for this evening. We'll do a few announcements and some news items. Then we'll have our main feature. There'll be a few more upcoming meetings. We'll give you some information about those. And if there's time at the end, we'll have a little chat if anyone is interested. Okay. First, some branch news. We mentioned this last month, but the pilot project is now in session. The Durham branch is pleased to announce a pilot project partnering with the Oshawa Public Library called Genealogists in Residence. Discover your family history with expert help. 3 of the members will be offering one-on-one appointments in the local history room at the main Oshawa Library near City Hall. Book an appointment to explore your roots. Contact Nicole at 905-579-6111, extension 5243, or N. Patterson at oshawalibrary.on.ca. We've already had a few appointments, but there's lots of room for more of them. Don't be shy. Okay, also, cemetery transcribing picnics. We're going to be doing them on the 3rd Thursday of each month, June through September, with the rain date being the following Thursday of the same week, everything starting at 10 a.m. June 23rd will be at Wilford Hart in Brock Township, July 21st at St. John, Brock Township, August 18th, St. Malachi, Brock Township, and September 15th, St. James Cemetery, also in Brock Township. See our website homepage at durham.ogs.on.ca, and if you scroll down a couple of entries on the page, it'll pop up right there. It's just not quite at the top. And I just wanted to let everybody know, if you haven't noticed in your mailbox, hot off the press is our Spring Kindred Spirits newsletter. It's now available for our members to download. The contents include upcoming meetings, mystery photos, new library editions, more 1822 Census Index returns for the Durham region, and cemeteries transcribing picnic dates. So take a look at that, and hopefully you'll find one of your ancestors listed. Just a reminder, coming up really soon, the conference by OGS kicks off on Friday evening with an exciting keynote. I should say it's not this Friday, it's June 12th Friday, with an exciting keynote presentation, and on Saturday and Sunday, and you'll be able to choose from 20 exciting presentations given by Canadian and international speakers. The registration for OGS members is $89, and non-members pay $99. Check the website at ogs.on.ca/virtual-conference-2026, where you can see a list of the speakers, the topics, and the schedule. They have 2 streams of lectures, AI and migration. Session recordings will also be available for viewing until July 20th, 2026. For those interested, there's also a special optional add-on session for $15 on the Friday afternoon. Join the upcoming Afternoon with My Heritage webinar to learn how to explore your ancestry, preserve family memories, and uncover stories from the past. The session will provide expert tips on using MyHeritage tools, building and improving your family tree, and discovering historical records and DNA connections. Keep an eye on the eWeekly newsletter for new information as it comes out. Just a reminder that the IOOF insurance applications have been uploaded to the OGS website. Between 1875 and 1929, the Independent Order of Oddfellows operated a life insurance program. Approximately 60,000 men from all across Canada applied. The program was eventually operated by Empire Life, who held all the application forms, and years ago, they gave these application forms to the Ontario Genealogical Society. Society volunteers spent nearly 4 years indexing these forms, and now all the actual applications have been scanned. The index is open to all, but the images of the actual insurance application forms are a members-only benefit. You can find this in the collection databases under Research Resources. And this is a cut-off version of what one will look like. Our Nancy Trimble, apparently one of her Gould ancestors registered and was part of it. This is her great-grandfather, J. Walter Gould. OGS News. The annual general meeting is on Saturday, June 6th, 11 a.m. It is a members-only meeting, and your login is required. I'll leave this up for a little second if somebody wants to scan the little code in the corner. But that's coming up this Saturday, so please put time aside to try and attend it. Follow the link to register. The OGS June webinar is coming up as well, Thursday, June 4th at 7 p.m. The topic will be scrolling through Norwegian genealogical resources online. It will be presented by Eleanor Brinsko. In this lecture, she will explore how to use Norwegian genealogical databases, such as Digital Archivet for government records, church database websites to find parishes and their histories, and social media to connect with family members and stay up to date with advancements in genealogical resources, both in Norway and America. Eleanor Brinsko, is a professional genealogist who specializes in Scandinavian American genealogy by looking at genealogical and social trends on both sides of the Atlantic. Eleanor has given lectures for the Wisconsin Historical Society and public libraries, genealogical societies, and family reunions across the country. She taught a graduate-level genealogy course for the University of Wisconsin-Madison's iSchool. Eleanor has contributed to the PBS show Henry Louis Gates Jr.'s Finding Your Roots. Okay, and because we're not meeting in July, we figured we better put the talk by OGS up for that as well. So the webinar is entitled Permissions Made Simple, Copyright for Family Historians, and is presented by Andrea Lister. Are you worried that you might have given your family story away when you sign up for online services? Do you want to share your family history in a book or on a website or in a YouTube video or social media? Do you want to use photos, maps, text, music in your book, but are not sure what you can use or how to get permission? Andrea is the principal of Absolutely Literate, focused on researching and sharing community history. She is a historian whose ancestors came from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Germany, and settled in North America as early as 1620, and as recently as 1923. She was born and raised in British Columbia, and works as a freelance editor and researcher, and regularly writes and speaks about researching your family history. She is the winner of the 2025 Susan A. Hill Writing Award from the Genealogical Association of Nova Scotia. So plan that put it on your calendar for July 2nd. And the IDEA Committee You can join in on Zoom on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. for Diversity in Our Family Trees, hosted by the OGS Idea Committee for a thoughtful panel conversation about family history, identity, and discovery. You can find out further information and sign in at ogs.on.ca/events/idea-committee-diversity-in-our-family-trees. Wow, a lot of dashes. And just a reminder, you can subscribe to the OGS e-weekly as well. You can find this on their website. It keeps you up to date with the news from all the branches and SIGs. You don't have to be a member. And it comes out every Saturday morning and is just chock full of all the latest news in the world of genealogy. Just scroll down on the homepage at ogs.on.ca to find the simple subscription form. And now, for today's presentation, the Home Children Scheme and its Untold Stories, presented by Marg Graham and Diane Causeway. Between 1869 and the 1940s, over 100,000 children were sent from Britain to Canada through migration programs, often coming from vulnerable backgrounds. Many were placed in homes where they worked as farm laborers or domestic servants, frequently experiencing hardship and isolation. Despite these challenges, their resilience and contributions played a significant role in shaping Canada's social and economic development, while their experiences highlight an important and often difficult chapter in the country's history. Our speaker, Diane Causeway, is a retired retail professional with more than 20 years of experience in customer service and leadership. In retirement, she is focused on genealogy, researching family histories and the stories of the British home children. Through well-researched and heartfelt presentations, she helps audiences connect with this important chapter of history. Our speaker, Marg Graham, a lifelong resident of Northumberland County, moved to Trent Hills in 2021 after a career as a legal secretary/law clerk. In semi-retirement, she focuses on community service and historical preservation, serving as a director at Home Children Canada and researching her grandmother Mary Mortimer's legacy. Among other community activities, she's also vice chair of the local library board and has been recognized with a Paul Harris Fellow Award for her contributions. And now I would like to present Marg Graham and Diane Causeway, and I will stop sharing.
We will start sharing.
Okay. And, just should mention, please save any questions till the end, and you can also put them in the chat. We will try and monitor the chat for your questions.
Okay, can everybody see our screen?
I can.
Okay.
Okay, good evening, and we'd like to introduce ourselves. I'm Diane Causeway, and this is Marg Graham, and we want to thank you for having us today. I'll be talking about the beginning of the migration scheme, and Marg will be talking more about the Bernardo organization and her grandmother. So let us begin.
Yes.
Okay. How's that? Is that okay?
That's good.
Okay, excellent. Okay, next up for our branch is in September. Note that it's September 8th, not September the 1st. We figure most people will still be away on holidays, so we're running it on September the 8th. It'll be by Dave Obie and using DNA to solve geography questions. So that sounds interesting. Be sure to tune in that month. Here's a full list of what's coming up for the rest of the year. And including September 8th, we also have October the 6th, What Gravestones Can Tell You About Your Ancestors by Laura Suchan. November 3rd, Second World War, Researching Canadians Who Served by Ken McKinley. And December 1st is our annual show and tell, or as I like to say, bring and brag. They will all be starting at our usual time on 7:30. Okay, here we go. Our special interest group for our Durham branch is held on the third Wednesday of each month. The next one will be June 17th at 7 p.m. It's a closed group, so if you want in, email durhamchair@ogs.on.ca or Nancy Trimble. Either way, you can get added to the email list to get the links. And similar here, our virtual social and research drop-in. It's held the fourth Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Next one of those is Thursday, January 25th. Thursday, June 25th. So again, please email Nancy at either of the email addresses that were in the last slide to be added to the email group listing. Just a reminder, we have a research room located at the Northminster United Church, 676 Simcoe Street North in Oshawa. We're usually there Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Sometimes we can vary those times, of course. It's by appointment only, mostly because the church door is always locked, so you need to book your visit with myself, Stephen Wood, at Durham Research at ogs.on.ca, so we know to keep an ear open for you when you pull into the parking lot. Our office overlooks the parking lot, so you can quite often give a beep on the horn and we'll hear you, or anything else, but we will keep an eye open if we know someone's coming. Some of our cemetery recordings are being held on the Tuesdays, so there will be the odd day we're not going to be there, so you must make an appointment just so you're sure to find someone there. Here's some of our contact information. Our branch, durham.ogs.on.ca. You can send questions to durham@ogs.on.ca, and our blog, Facebook, and YouTube. As always, if you find what the branch has been doing and the speakers that we've scheduled are valuable, we invite you to go to our donation button on the left side of our website homepage and make a donation to our branch funds. We use the Canada Helps website, and you will receive a tax receipt automatically by email. And as always, volunteers are welcome. Distance doesn't matter anymore. If you can help, contact durhamchair@ogs.on.ca. Please help us keep our branch vibrant and moving forward. We can always use help with indexing, typing, editing, cemetery updating, newsletter articles, publicity, the Tony indexes, transcribing. What are your strengths? I'm sure we have a project that could use them. Okay, we've got a few minutes if people want to have a chat at the end of this. I think I have one more slide. We hope to see you at September's meeting. And I'll just leave these up if anyone wants to check out these QR codes. You can take a screenshot if you wish or whatever. So I'll just leave them up. And of course, with my screen up, I can't see the time or anything, but there it is, 8:59. Okay. Does anyone have anything they would like to talk about? You can unmute yourself and even show your face if you would like, and we can go from there.
Well, we won't be able to see the faces or very many faces.
Oh,
with the
okay. Well, I've probably given enough time for the event links anyway, so there's always a catch, isn't there?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Anne, for all your help tonight, and you too, Janice. Greatly appreciated. And
I'm in the dark.
yeah, Dan keeps you in the dark.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You're very
It wasn't
welcome,
dark when I
Steve,
sat
and I
here.
have to say goodnight now.
Okay, Janice, thanks for
Okay.
coming and thanks for
Night,
your help.
everyone.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions or any new findings that they'd like to talk about or anything like that? We got a couple of minutes here if you'd like.
Well, we went to the antique store, but we didn't find any more yearbooks.
Oh,
So
darn.
if anybody's got any yearbooks for our yearbook collection.
That's true. We've had another inquiry about them just this week. So there's still a lot of interest generated. And it's interesting because when you type into the field to look for a query on a certain yearbook, quite often down the page near the top is our branch comes up. So we were looking for something about the Bowmanville yearbooks just, for this recent query a couple days ago. And we were, I think, the second link to hit with everything. So there is, people are finding out about us down there. Well, I guess there's not, no one has anything to discuss, so maybe we'll just declare everything finished here, and we will see you in September, if not at the DNA or the drop-in. So I want to thank everyone for coming and wish everyone happy summer. Take care, everyone. We'll see you later. Bye
Bye-bye.
now.